what's going on, everybody? Danny back with some more vinyl finds, and that is Turnstile. So before I get into it, just want to say that I've got some really good shit to share with you, some heavy hitters in my opinion. I even have a grail from my collection that I want to share, or in my collection now. So, Turnstile, Glow On. This is a band that my youngest son turned me on to probably about 4 or 5 years ago. I have their first album, don't have their second one. This is their latest release, came out in last year, 2021. Extremely hard to find, but such a good record. There's not a bad track on here. Even my 7-month-old grandson, Miles, loves listening to this with me. I think his favorite song is Underwater Boy, which is probably one of my favorite songs too. Just a really good album. They're a hardcore band out of Baltimore, which they've kind of evolved into their own, I don't know, I want to say genre, sound, whatever, because it's not hardcore in the sense of the old days with, you know, Minor Threat and shit like that. There's a lot of melodic tunes on here. There's some slow songs. It's a really good listen. This is the inner sleeve gatefold, if you will. It's got all the songs, lyrics. There's the band. Recently got to see them with my boys and daughter-in-law, and even my brother went in downtown LA. We saw them. Sold out show. Goddamn, they sounded as good as the album. Super energetic. Sounded really great. You know, I was hoping to find some vinyl there, but we didn't get there early enough, and I guess there was some. Have no idea if there was a special tour release, color, whatever. I haven't found anything on eBay, so I'm assuming it was just probably the black vinyl of this. What is this? The second pressing, I believe. So, good band. Check them out. And so, this would be my grail find. So recently, my brother and I went on a record hunt. A bit after my birthday, he wanted to treat me for my birthday, and this was not the first stop. I believe this was the third stop we made, but either way, this is what I'm gonna start out with, and this is what I found that I had to have, and this is Supershit 666. Just, I've been looking for this album forever. This is it's basically, it's an EP, and it was put together with Ginger from the Wild Hearts, Dragon from the Backyard Babies, and Nick. I'm not even sure that, I thought his last name was different than this, but Royale, I think he's changed it, whatever, just to be funny, whatever. Nick is from the Helicopters. So all these three bands are, sound-wise, they're pretty much very close. Well, hell, even Dragon played in the Helicopters for a while. I think he still is kind of a side project as well, but it's, how do I explain it? Kind of a punky, heavy rock, if you will. Very good album. It's only 6 songs, but I think my favorite on here was Danger Mine. And this thank you, Mike, for getting that for me for my birthday. I appreciate it. And this is kind of a transparent purple. Not kind of, it is. And super hard to find. I was so happy to find it. I couldn't believe it. I just saw that up on the wall. That's, by the way, if you ever go to Amoeba in LA, you can find, I'm going to show you some stuff that I did find that were good deals, but you got to look. Most of the good stuff is up on the walls, and I'm not going to say you're going to overpay, but you're more or less going to pay for what it's worth. Maybe it's hard to tell with that place. Some stuff it's priced right there, basically. And what I did find was Backyard Babies. This is the band that Dragon is currently his band. And this is Only 300 copies on white vinyl, and give you a picture of what it looks like without dropping it. And then on the back, it's kind of got their faces mashed together. And the record label, I'm not even sure what the record label is at this point. Century Media, M Theory, I don't know, whatever, doesn't matter. But this was a record save. I had to save this. I couldn't leave it behind. It was only $10, and it's like brand new. I couldn't leave it. I already have it, but I had to pick it up. Pretty good album. Again, kind of the same vein as Supershit 666. It's just different vocals and a little bit different sound. It's kind of a hard rock band. Which leads me into my next Amoeba find, which was Michael Monroe. Michael Monroe, if you don't know, is the ex-singer from Hanoi Rocks. There's the original bass player from Hanoi, Sammy Yapa, and I believe his name is Steve Conte. He's the guitarist. Even Dragon played in this band a few years before this came out. I don't have that album, but still gonna get it. But the two gentlemen, I don't know their names, but I have yet to listen to this album. I'll get to it when I get some time. I have some of his other stuff, and I like it. It's kind of the vein of Hanoi, a little different, but good stuff. Michael Monroe, hell of an entertainer. I've seen him before, just great. And so that does that one in. This was a pretty good deal. I think I paid $17 for this. And you look on eBay, it's going for 30, 35, whatever. So I was happy to find that. And not necessarily a grail find, but I mean, I've been looking for this album forever. Again, you can find damn near everything you want on eBay if you want to pay the money, but I like finding things in the wild. And this was an Amoeba, brand new copy. I believe this is a UK pressing. And you know, the original one came out in what, 94, I think. And this is their second album, Live Through This, which is her best album, Courtney Love. There is not a bad track on here. I just got into a kick listening to this album all over again, and I really love this album. I mean, she's kind of a nut. You can think, love her, hate her, Courtney Love, but this is a damn good album. Really good. And it's plain black vinyl, nothing special, 180 gram. There's your label, DGC. Great album. And before I found that, like I said, I was on this whole kick and looking through eBay, and I found this one. And this is Whole Lot of Love, and this is recorded live in Berkeley. And it's not the best recording, but it's pretty good. I mean, again, from kind of a historical fact, this was recorded, I believe, about in December of '94, which is about 4 months before the album came out, Live Through This. And this is Kristen Paff. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing her last name correctly. She was the bass player on that album. And from things that I've read and watched, she is a very accomplished musician. And she, from what I heard and read, she really helped make Live Through This a great album. Helped to arrange the music, and it's just sad that she OD'd. I'm not even sure if she OD'd before even the album came out, but very soon after. But yeah, it was pretty sad, but not a bad album. Again, it's not a studio album, so it's an actual live bootleg album. But what's kind of funny, one of the covers songs they did on here was Hungry Like the Wolf from Duran Duran, which I thought was kind of interesting. It wasn't bad, actually. And it's on Radio Silence Records, just plain black vinyl, nothing special. But I picked it up for 20 bucks, which I thought was a good deal. Pretty cool, not bad. If you're a whole fan, I would get it, or a hardcore fan. So that did it. Well, that wasn't from Amoeba, but that does the Amoeba stuff that we found, at least for me. So a store that we actually hit before that was called Record Safari. While we were in there, I saw a gentleman that I know owns, I believe he owns the Glass House in Pomona. And I was asked him, what are you doing here? You know, is this your new shop? And he said, yes. I guess it's closer to him from home. It's a shorter drive, and which makes sense. A little bit. And so the first thing I found was a Red Garland record. I'm a huge Red Garland fan. One of my favorite jazz musicians. He plays the piano. And this originally was recorded in July 19th of '61. It's a pretty good record. Sorry to say, I can't name off a track that stands out to me. I've only listened to it maybe once or twice, but really good record. It's on Jazzland, the label. This is a much later pressing, obviously. I mean, you get a lot of these older jazz records are quite expensive. This one, I want to say, is it 80? Yeah, this one I think came out in '86 from what I looked at on Discogs. But yeah, I mean, excellent condition. I only paid 15 bucks for it. So very happy to find that. Add it to my Red Garland collection. And the next thing I found there at Record Safari was Lars Fredriksson. This is his solo album, kind of an EP, only 6 songs on it. One of the interesting tracks on it was a cover of Kiss of all bands. I wouldn't take him as a Kiss fan. Coming Home, and I believe that's off of Dressed to Kill, which is one of my, I don't know if one of my favorite songs from the album, but I do like that song. I think Peter Criss sings it, but pretty good, not bad. There's some acoustic stuff on here. I can't remember what the number of pressings on this one was, because this is a smoky gray, pretty cool looking. That's kind of what attracted me to it. I like that. I thought that was pretty neat. Lower print run on that one, but yeah, that was a pretty good find, I thought. Not a bad album. I love Rancid. So the next place we moved on to was a shop that Vinyl Richie, I'm sure you all know who Vinyl Richie is. He talks about the shop that he goes to in Bakersfield called Going Underground, which I've been to. And when I looked him up on the web, it showed another store in LA. So I told my brother about it. I said, let's go hit this store up, see what they got. And kind of hard to find, but we did find it. And I think it's a much smaller shop. They have a smaller selection of records as well. But I came out with this, The Interrupters. This is their, I believe, their third album. This came out in 2018, I believe. Really good. This is Fight the Good Fight. If you've never heard them, they're kind of a ska punk band. You got Amy Interrupter on vocals, and the 3 other dudes are all brothers, which is pretty cool. And I like her voice. She kind of reminds me of Brody from the Distillers. Even kind of similar look too, but pretty good band. Not a bad album either. I like it. It finishes off my collection with them. And I tell you what, those 2 stores couldn't be more unalike. It was like apples and oranges, just from the way the shop looks compared to the one in Bakersfield. Pretty cool. Not bad. I'd recommend going to that store. And so my last, I'm not sure if this one's, I would say could be a grail. I'm a huge Tiger Army fan, and so right around my birthday, I put in some crazy hours, so I thought I'm going to treat myself. I worked my ass off, so I'm going to get something nice. And looking through eBay, I found this, and I put a like on it, and the guy hit me up and made me an offer, a lower offer, and I countered, did a little haggling, if you will, and I came up with this one. This is a Nick13 solo project. It's categorized as a country album. To me, it's kind of a country rockabilly album. Very good. He even did some Tiger Army songs on here. I'm trying to remember the names of them. In the Orchard, I remember that. That's a Tiger Army song. Pretty cool. And now this is a limited of 500. This particular pressing, this is the Gold Rush, which I thought was really cool. So that's the Gold Rush edition. And not cheap. I got a very good price on this one, I thought. But normally this is a fairly expensive album. They've gone upwards of 150 bucks. I didn't pay that, not even close. But happy to find that, and that does it. I hope you enjoyed it, and should have another video coming out soon as well. I got a lot of stuff to share, so thanks for watching.